We've all had those nights where you're in bed and you have to get up, whether it be to go to the bathroom or get a glass of water, or you might even have a crying baby down the hallway that you must attend to. So in your rush, understandably, you take a couple steps across your room and you just step on a Lego that you were playing with earlier that day. So I put together a list of the top 10 worst types of Legos that you could possibly step on. So we'll just go right into it. Okay, it's starting at number 10. We have the Lego Man head. I'll pull it up right here. There it is. And this one doesn't even hurt when you step on it. The only exception I can think of, and I wouldn't even call it painful, it may be just discomfort, is if your heel is the part of your foot that steps on it because of the lack of skin padding. But the only thing though with the Lego Man head is that it can get stuck between your toes. Given that you're normal and you sleep without socks on, you'd probably notice if it did get stuck between your toes, but if you don't and you go back to bed, you might lose it. So any of you that are watching this have lost any Lego heads, just check the front end of your bed. They might be pulled up somewhere in that vicinity. And yeah, that's basically it for that one. Moving on. And at number 9, we have the Lego base plate, as shown here. And this is an interesting one because I would put it further down the list, except the other side that you don't see in the photo is flat. So if you stepped on it, it would feel like any hard floor. But the side that does have the studs, it's pretty uncomfortable. It's not the worst, which is why it's not at 1, but it's not the least worst, which is why it's not at 10. But my strat for the base plate is that when I'm done playing with my Legos at the end of the day, I'll take the base plate and I'll just flip it upside down on my bedroom floor, so that in the event I have to get out of bed in the middle of the night and I can't see and I do step on it, it doesn't even matter. So, that's my strat. So, yeah, that's number 9. And at number 8, I have the Lego flag. So this piece is interesting too. Very similar to the base plate, where it either hurts or it doesn't, depending on which direction it's facing. So the thing with this is that because of physics, it's more likely to be laying on its side. And if you stepped on it that way, it would be probably the same as the Lego head, where like you'll feel it that it's there, and it might be uncomfortable if you use your heel. But if it's standing upwards, as shown in the picture, and your heel goes into like that cylinder part right there for like the base, you're out for 6 months. You're done. And so yeah, kind of another interesting one, yeah. So that's number 8. And at number 7, we have the bread and butter of the Lego universe. It is the 2x4 Lego brick. And this is what everyone thinks of when they hear stepping on a Lego. But I don't think so. It's not the worst. It's not good to step on it. Like, I don't enjoy stepping on this particular Lego. But there are worse ones, as you'll see later in this video. If you see this, it's much worse to step on this Lego when it's upside down, because the studs that are on the top there that you see, they kind of prevent the corners of the Lego from digging into your foot. So if you step on this bad boy upside down, you're out for at least 7.5 to 8 months from the data I've collected. So yeah, so this is number 7 on the list. But yeah, there are worse ones. We're starting to get pretty bad, so stay tuned. And at number 6, we have the 2x2 Lego brick, another staple of the Lego universe. Honestly, this actually might be more of a staple than the 2x4. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever, who cares. But this one's a little bit worse to step on because it's smaller, so there's less distribution of weight, I guess, and that just makes the pain a little bit more extreme, in my opinion. So just be careful of this one. And yeah, that's it for number 6. At number 5, we have the 1x3 Lego brick. In my opinion, the Legos with the 1 stud width are more painful to step on than the ones with the 2 stud width, because they dig into the skin further, and so they hurt more. Really not much else to say about this. I guess I can apply this to any length, almost, except for the next one on the list. Tune in. And at number 4, we have the 1x1 brick. And same idea with the 2x2. It's worse than its predecessor because of its decrease in size. So a lot more pressure goes into one little spot on your foot, so it hurts a lot more. And that's all there is to say about that one. And at number 3, we have the corner piece. Ooh, look how sharp that corner is. They don't call it the corner piece for nothing. And then that missing gap where that 4th piece would be, that's not joking around. So be very careful when stepping around this one. And at number 2, we have the Lego door. And here it is. This thing is terrible. Oh my goodness, the amount of times I've stepped on this. Here's the thing, like if it's right side up as shown in the picture, that's very high up for a Lego, and that will kill your foot. And even if it's sideways, like you're hitting those corners on your foot, you're toast. You're out for probably 10 months at this point if you're stepping on one of these bad boys. And as an honorable mention, we have the Lego bush. Look at that monstrosity. You're probably wondering why I didn't put this at number 1, and I was actually considering it for a bit, but the only reason it would be at number 1 just from stepping on it just like that, but the problem is that it's never going to be facing that way normally. It's always just going to be on its side because of physics, and when you step on it from its side, it's not that big of a deal. So, but I will give it the honorable mention just because of the potential amount of pain one can suffer stepping on this if it's right side up. And at number 1, I have the large cone Lego piece. This one has different factors. You have the height. So just the height of it alone can sprain your foot. If you step on it at the wrong angle, it wouldn't be good. And of course you got the, what do you call them? The studs at the top of the piece, so that could sink in a lot. And even if it's upside down, which is less likely to be, but I think it would have more chance of spraining your foot because there's more tendency to tip when it's upside down. So yeah, that's number 1. Yeah, that would put you out for at least a year. So yep, that's the top 10 plus an honorable mention of the worst Lego pieces you could possibly step on in the middle of the night. I hope you enjoyed my video on the top 10 worst Legos that you could possibly step on in the middle of the night.